Most people think passive income means making money while sleeping. But that's only half the truth. You've seen the ads. Someone sitting on a white sand beach with a laptop, sipping a coconut while the money notifications roll in. It looks effortless. It looks like a dream. But by the end of this video, you'll realize why most people fail at passive income and why the secret to true wealth isn't just about escaping your job, but about changing how you view every single hour of your day. And think about your current daily routine. For most of us, life is a repetitive cycle. You wake up, you go to work, you perform a task, and at the end of the month, you get a paycheck. This is the classic trade, your time for their money. Whether you are a barista, a high-end lawyer, or a freelance graphic designer, you are operating within the constraints of a system where if you stop working, the money stops flowing. This is the reality of the 9-to-5 grind, and it's why so many people feel stuck. You're trading your most valuable, non-renewable resource, time, for a fixed amount of currency. The problem is that your time is finite. You only have 24 hours in a day. Even if you worked every single one of those hours, your income would still hit a ceiling. This is where burnout lives. This is where the feeling of being a cog in the machine starts to weigh you down. So naturally, everyone wants passive income. They want the freedom to choose how they spend their Tuesday afternoons without checking their bank balance first. But very few understand what passive income actually is. To truly understand the path to financial freedom, we have to start with clear definitions. Active income is the most common form of earning. It is direct. You trade an hour of labor for a specific dollar amount. If you're a consultant, you bill the client for an hour and you get paid for that hour. If you're a plumber, you fix a sink and you get paid for that sink. It is linear. 1 unit of effort equals 1 unit of reward. Passive income, on the other hand, is when money continues to flow in after the initial work has been completed. It's not about no work. It's about decoupled work. This includes things like rental properties, dividend paying stocks, or digital products like an ebook or an online course. In these scenarios, you do the heavy lifting once, and the asset continues to generate revenue for months or even years afterward. However, we need to destroy a massive myth right now. Passive income does not mean no work. The get-rich-quick gurus have poisoned the well by making it sound like you can just click a few buttons and watch the millions roll in. The reality is that passive income requires an incredible amount of front-loaded effort. It is delayed income, not effortless income. Think about a YouTube channel. A creator might spend 40 hours filming and editing a single video. When they hit publish, they might make $0 in the first week, but 3 years later, that same video could be generating hundreds of dollars in ad revenue every single month. They did the work once, but the reward is stretched out over time. It's the same with a rental property. You have to save for the down payment, find the right house, deal with the paperwork, and renovate the space. That is a lot of active work, but once a tenant is in place and the systems are set, the income becomes passive. To visualize this, let's use the classic analogy of the bucket versus the pipeline. Active income is like carrying buckets of water from a distant well to your village. If you want more water, you have to carry more buckets. If you get tired or sick and stop walking, your village goes thirsty. Passive income is like taking the time to build a pipeline. While you are building the pipe, you aren't getting any water. It's hard, back-breaking work, and you still have to carry buckets at night just to survive. But once the pipeline is finished, you turn on the faucet, and the water flows forever, even while you sleep. Most people spend their whole lives carrying buckets because building a pipeline is too risky or takes too long. Let's look at the side-by-side comparison. Active income is about time. Passive income is about leverage. Active income is linear. Passive income is exponential. With a job, if you want to double your income, you usually have to work double the hours or get a massive promotion that requires even more responsibility. With a digital product, the work required to sell 1 copy is almost exactly the same as the work required to sell 10,000 copies. That is the power of scalability. Active income provides immediate rewards. You work 2 weeks, you get a check. Passive income provides delayed rewards. You work for a year and you might see nothing, but the eventual payoff can dwarf any salary. Let's ground this in reality with some real-life examples. Imagine a talented freelancer who earns $500 per project. To make $5,000, they need 10 projects. They are constantly hunting for clients, managing deadlines, and trading their sleep for checks. This is the active path. Now imagine that same freelancer takes their most common client questions and turns them into a high-quality digital template pack or an automated mini course. They spend a month building it. Now, instead of selling their time, they are selling a result. They can sell that same template pack to 1,000 people while they are out for a hike or spending time with family. This is the passive path. A hybrid approach is often the smartest. You might have a 9-to-5 job that pays your rent, that's your active income, while you use your weekends to invest in stocks or build a side hustle that eventually becomes a passive asset. Honesty fosters trust, so be honest. Passive income has unmentioned drawbacks. Construction takes a long time. You may work for months without pay. No guarantee of refunds. If you buy a rental property and the market crashes or create a course no one wants, you lose time and money. Passive income requires prior funds or skills. You need money or skills to buy or produce assets. Active income, however, provides several benefits. Cash flow is predictable. You know when money hits your account. It lets you start working today and get paid in 2 weeks. Why you shouldn't quit your work to chase dreams without a strategy. Financial independence comes from understanding how they function together, not picking one over the other. Step 1 is surviving on active revenue. Job is your main investor. This funds your life and, more significantly, your future possessions. Step 2 is investing some active income in passive streams. This may be investing in an index fund or constructing a website in the nights. Step 3 is gradual change. Passive income covers expenses as it grows. It pays your internet bill first, then groceries, then rent. Later, your assets perform the heavy lifting, so you no longer have to labor for a paycheck. Active earnings fund passive ones. The golden law of prosperity. How do you use this framework immediately? Ask yourself, what skill do I have now? That skill, can it be scaled? Can a teacher market a curriculum? Can a coder make a simple app? Start by developing specific talents. Create content, try digital products, or study dividend investing. Keep it simple. Don't develop a real estate empire overnight. Start by making something modest that earns $1 while you sleep. Prove the notion, then scale. Psychology must change. Stop chasing easy money and establish systems. Work is a task. Business is a system. It's not recommended to stop working altogether. Most individuals would be bored to death. Stop trading time for money, from needing to work to choosing to work. Decoupling revenue from time gives you life control. You can pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and make a difference on your own. A passive income is earned by working in a different way, rather than doing nothing at all, as opposed to being a bucket carrier. Becoming a pipeline architect is recommended. Patience, self-control, and a willingness to be misunderstood by those who think in a linear fashion are all necessary. At this moment, which side are you developing? Is your revenue coming primarily from active sources, or are you also working to establish a passive stream? Make a comment on this. What are you doing? Are you developing your pipeline or lugging buckets? Discuss the matter. It would have been better to begin the process of achieving financial independence yesterday, but the present moment is the second best option. Examine your capabilities right now.